What are you wearing? Today we're going to talk about the clothes that we wear, but we're going to take a look at it in two different perspectives. First, we're going to talk about the spiritual clothes that we put on, but we're also going to talk about the way that we dress day in and day out. And first of all, I'm going to say that no, this is not a fashion channel. I am no fashionista, but I do have a couple of thoughts about the things that we wear. But first, we want to look at scripture and look at what the Lord tells us to put on. And we can find that in Colossians chapter 3, verses 12 to 15. And it says, "Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience." And then it goes on to talk about bearing with each other and forgiving one another. And then it says, over all of these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together. So I kind of think about this as these virtues, compassion and kindness, the pieces of clothing we put on, our pants, our shirt, whatever we put on to get dressed every day. But then, putting on love, that's kind of like putting on that overcoat, so that the first thing that people see, when we go somewhere, when we go out, you maybe throw on a jacket, throw on your coat, that we greet each other with love. That's the first thing. That is the thing that we have on, and that when we greet other people, it's with love. And then when they get to know us, when we settle in and when we spend time with them, we're going to show kindness and we're going to show humility and we're going to be compassionate. And these are all the things that the Lord wants us to put on. As women, there's a lot of focus on our looks, on how we present ourselves, on the clothes that we wear. I mean, if you were ever in high school, that, there were all the trends, and certain people wearing certain things and brand names and all of those kinds of things. But the most important thing that we want to look at is our spiritual lives first, right? How we are clothing ourselves spiritually. But also, as women, again, what we wear impacts how we feel. And I just want to encourage you to wear clothes that you feel good in. Like I said, I am no fashionista. If you look at me, you might think, gosh, casual, she never dresses up. I mean, I have hated to wear a dress from as far as I could remember. I remember my mom making me put on a dress for something at school or whatever. I mean, I still do not like to wear a dress. I'll maybe put on a skirt if I have to. I probably have, I don't know, one or two dresses, and they're not even dressy dresses in my closet. So I am very casual, but that's what I feel good in. Somebody might look at me and my clothes are loose fitting and, maybe look casual in some people's eyes, but for me, that's what I'm comfortable in. And that is important, that we wear clothes that we are comfortable in, because when we're comfortable in our clothes, then we are more confident. And confidence is really what looks good on a woman. Confidence is the most attractive part of you. It's not what you wear. It's that you are carrying yourself with confidence. And if we're trying to fit into clothes that are snug or we're not comfortable in, at least for me, I know that I am distracted by feeling uncomfortable. I'm distracted by, how I'm feeling in these clothes rather than being able to be present. So today I want to encourage you, first and foremost, is that you're clothing yourself the way the Lord is asking us to. And it's not saying anything about, the pants and the top that you put on. It's talking about virtues. We want to clothe ourselves with these virtues that we find in this passage of scripture in Colossians. But then when we get dressed, If you've got that section of clothes in your closet, you think one of these days I'm going to lose weight and fit back into them. I say get rid of those things. Those are just distractions. It's important just to get things that you feel good in. It doesn't matter what someone else thinks about it. It doesn't matter what the style or the trend is. What matters is that you are putting on clothes that you are confident in. Because when you can show up confidently in your life, you're free to experience it. You're free to embrace the moments. You're free to be present. And that's what we want to do. We want to be present in moments. And we want to live this life that God has designed for us to live. So today, think about what you're putting on. Think about the virtues that you're putting on and how you're approaching people. And are you approaching them with love? But then, do that towards yourself today as well. Are you loving yourself? And are you putting clothes on your physical body that you feel good in so that you're not worrying about, how you look or feeling insecure with that, but you're feeling confident and you're showing up and you are being that woman that God has created you to be. If you want more devotions like this, you can find this scripture and this devotion in A Year of Sundays. It's my book. It's called 52 Faith and Fitness Devotions. And I've written some other devotionals that have these types of scripture in them and application for you. And you can always visit my website, marshaapsley.com, where I post a new devotion every week to help you on your faith and fitness journey.